Hello, my name is Madison Sams, and this is my presentation for SEC 525, explaining my vision board assignment. To begin, I will talk about growth mindset, which is a central theme in this assignment. To be an effective educator, having a growth mindset must be the ultimate goal, as opposed to a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset means believing that there is a cap to one's intelligence, ability, or capacity for knowledge. A growth mindset sees learning as an ongoing process with no permanent limited destination. A growth mindset means believing that anyone and everyone can continue to learn and get better through practice, intentionality, and study. In the world of education, I know that I would rather have an educator with a growth mindset over an educator with a fixed mindset. A growth mindset educator will exhibit the hunger for improving, not just with their specific subject matter, but in how they teach, desiring to grow as an effective teacher. It is rejecting the idea that some teachers have it and some don't, and instead adopting that we can all get better and there's always room for improvement. This is essential for an educator because the profession of teaching will always require strength and growth, even for the most seasoned of teachers. Being a teacher is accepting the lifelong journey of being a student of life, and having a fixed mindset would directly go against this. Now directing your attention to my vision board, I captured 5 overarching goals that I will aspire to as an entry-level math teacher. To review timelines, I am scheduled to begin student teaching in the fall of 2026, and I have not yet decided between high school or middle school math. Therefore, my goals were designed to be flexible and applicable for both environments. Starting at the top left, my first goal has to do with actively participating in a book club focused on professionalism. The vision for this goal is to surround myself with like-minded teachers who want to grow in their professionalism. Instead of reading books on my own, I aspire to either start or join a focused book club to be held accountable in actively learning the profession of teaching with peers and mentors that I can get guidance from. By the end of my first year teaching, I make it a goal to have read 3 new books and to challenge myself with the higher numbers for my second and third year of teaching, perhaps 6 or 9. Scanning from left to right, we may have a webinar goal. I have set the goal to attend at least 1 relevant webinar a year in the field of teaching mathematics. An example of this would be through the National Council of Teaching Mathematics or something similar. And going on to my third goal, requires anchoring my lessons or lesson development around universal design learning. I plan to review material quarterly, making notes for areas of improvement and asking peers for feedback. The bottom left images represent my goal for data collection and analysis. I plan to collect ample data on student feedback, content results, and unit pace to ensure I can properly analyze my first few years of teaching for the correct improvements. This goal will require utmost flexibility, like adding in elements to track for better analysis and asking support staff, teachers, and even parents for help when needed. Tracking and analyzing will be something I maintain throughout my career, but I hope to be rigorous in my first few years due to the sharp learning curve of entering this new profession. Bulk of the analysis will be done at the end of the year for preparation of the next year, of course, but unit-by-unit analysis can also be done with improvements made as needed in order to provide immediate support to the students who need help. Lastly, another one goal is to attend or organize group brainstorming sessions at least twice a year to go over with professionals and mentors how my class can be running better, specifically with student motivation in mind and project-based learning. I hope to grow from a traditional class structure and practice thinking outside of the box with other passionate educators. With my goals set high for my first years of teaching, I also want to consider my overall health. It is important that I stay healthy, mentally and physically, so that I can give my very best to my students. To support this, I plan to set up and communicate boundaries, allowing myself to only check my email between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. on weekdays. I will start my mornings with the Lord, praying and reading the Word before I worry about school or try to strive and achieve more than is possible for a day. I will also set personal goals for myself outside of work, like working out 3 times a week, learning new recipes, and reading for fun. My overall growth plan both professional and personal, stems from a Christian worldview perspective, in that I care deeply about human flourishing. Professionally, I believe that the students deserve the best opportunities for growing, and I want to walk out my calling of being a teacher to glorify God. My goals focus on what is best for the students and how I can take care of myself, showing compassion to students and compassion for myself. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and have a wonderful rest of your day.